Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. Today, we've got a team that's been great at defending the pass. The Steelers are top 10 at defending the pass, and they'll be going up against the Falcons, who will need to solve that secondary.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh, PA, at Heinz Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Atlanta Falcons and the Pittsburgh Steelers. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. Sammy Coates now to return it. And a good effort on the return there gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line.
Double tight.
All right, here we go.
Alert, alert.
Hey. 20.
Four down.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. It's complete to Brown, right side. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Boom, that's what I'm talking about, baby. Double tight.
Set.
On second down, here's Roethlisberger. James has got it, complete. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Roethlisberger to his big target, James, all 6-7 of him for a Steeler first down.
Get out of here. Let's go. All day, baby, all day. Two tights.
Set. Black 20.
Four down.
Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's second down.
Crunch.
A fake to Bell. Now it's Roethlisberger. Out to his left. His throw incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And it's third down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete.
Double tight.
Set. 180. Monday.
Four down.
On third down, Roethlisberger. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Roethlisberger hooking up with Brown to get the Steelers a first.
Let's get it. Double tight, guys, double tight.
Set.
Now a first down carry by Bell. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there. Second down. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point, you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
Double tight, double tight.
Set.
Hey, boys,
Wide
go
80.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on second down. And it's incomplete.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
The seventh play now of this opening drive. This is third and long, though.
Double tight.
Here we go.
Play action. It's Roethlisberger.
Got four down, four down.
Over the middle here to Brown. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. And 21 yards there as they convert on third. And the eighth play on this drive coming up.
Double tight.
Easy, easy.
They go play action here on first down. Steps away. That is incomplete. He was looking for his big tight end there, Jesse James. That'll bring up second down.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
10 yards still left on second down.
Two tights, two tights.
Set. These two.
Four down, four down.
Hurry up,
Check.
let's go.
Four down, four down.
Wide double.
Now Roethlisberger going to hand the ball. Give him
Check
four
backer,
on the
check
ground
backer.
there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down. To throw here, Roethlisberger. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Vic Beasley with a big-time sack on 3rd down, and it'll be a loss of 7. Now Chris Boswell for the Steelers field goal try. From the left hash, this from 39. And Boswell's kick is good. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. And Charles, they get the field goal. Took them a dozen plays, though.
Work with me on this one. You know what I'm about to say, right? Bend but don't break. That's what came into play here for the defense. 12 plays were run at them. They only gave up 3 points. In a lot of ways, that's a win for the defense.
Watch tight, watch tight. Tight end right, tight end right.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now Ryan on 1st down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the All-Pro, Navarro Bowman. And he'll get to the 32-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
And they'll start this drive with very good field position.
Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right.
Let's go.
After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. And this one caught by Coates. And a big hit at the end of that one. He's knocked down hard. A gain of 6 there on first.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
On second down, it's Bell. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Around the NFL, an update from a game going on down in Tampa. And it's an early lead there for the Saints.
Here we go.
Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up first and goal. Just the first quarter, the tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season-open opponent. And they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a different story.
First and goal. Defense with their backs against the wall.
Double tight. Double tight.
Set. Blue 30.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. His pass caught at the 4. Nice gain of 8 that time, but it's second and goal.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or...
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Double tight. Double tight.
Ben going to take it himself. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Ben Roethlisberger, his first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers finally stretch their lead. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This is taken at its 4. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Gun.
And the play clock's running down. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Second down now after the incompletion.
Double tight, double tight. Double tight. Alert, alert. Three down.
Throwing again. Ryan.
Watch Mike. Outside.
And he whips that one incomplete there. Evan Ingram was the intended target, and it's third down.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Hey. We got three. Three down. Check 31.
Right.
Slam.
Check.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
Let's go.
On third down, Ryan. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's fourth down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. With it is Brown. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Double tight. 4 down.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
Double tight.
Here we go.
They'll go again with Bell. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Now on to punt as he sends this one away. Fielded at about the 28. Whoosh. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And this is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
Time running out here on the play clock. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move. 3 down.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
We got three, fellas. We got three.
Again, they'll run with Freeman. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Ready. Watch 98. Watch 98. 98's the mic.
The slot man in motion right.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
From midfield now, here's Ryan. Finding Gabriel complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 24 yards.
What's the run? They're running it.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to Heinz Field after this. So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Watch right. Watch right. We got right.
Ready. Right, 25, 59, ready.
Hey, defense, let's go.
Hey, oh. Right ass. Ready.
Alert three.
From the gun, it's Ryan. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Double tight.
Ready. Black 25.
1st and 10, it's Ryan. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard.
Ready.
On 2nd down, Freeman. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Falcons have cut it to within a score. Now Matt Bryant on for the point after. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. Here's Bosher to kick it away. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and then they take the field.
There's something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass game is a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. Second and 10. It's Roethlisberger once more. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. So the sack and now a third and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum. They're forcing into a likely playing situation.
Around the NFL, second quarter in Indianapolis. And the early going, it's the Texans out in front. Deshaun Watson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So out come the Falcons now. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical? Or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
54,
Check your heart rate.
Ready.
58.
On first down, Ryan. Open man right side is Ingram. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
Strong left. Watch 88.
Ready.
Watch
Back
25. It's our time.
Now Ryan on second down. And he will find his big tight end over the middle.
They're coming.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
Fields right.
Ready, sit on that. Wide 25.
They'll throw on first down with Ryan. The left side completion to Jones. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones in the final seconds of the first half. And the Falcons are in for 6. So they're able to capture the lead here just before halftime.
And not only that, they get the ball to start the second half.
That's right.
This is almost like basketball down the stretch, right, where you get the 2-for-1 situation. You try and get 2 shots to your opponent's 1. In this situation, they got the touchdown. They'll get another shot at to start the second half.
Could be a big turnaround. Here's Bosher to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
They'll start out on the ground with Bell. He finds an opening past the 40. The 40, 30, 10, and he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
So instead of trailing into the lockers, they grab the lead with the clock reading all zeros before intermission.
I would love to go into the locker room with them because right now they're riding a nice wave, aren't they? They're feeling good about themselves. But I know the coach is going to be talking to them about calming down, taking it easy. We've got a whole second half, but use the way we finished the first one to start the second.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Second down following the run.
Double tight, double tight. 3 down.
They stay on the ground, and it's Coleman. Now a loose football. Coleman lost it.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Tight on the right.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Alert. 3 down.
Throwing now, Ryan on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. 2nd and 10 now. Ryan. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 44 yards. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10.
Got double tight. Hey. You got 3 down.
They're running now out of the gun. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. 9 yards still remaining here to pick up the first on second down.
Double tight. Hey, we got 3 down. 1
Freeman again. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9.
Yeah, baby. Boom.
And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on second down.
3 down.
Ready.
Hey,
Ready,
check.
get ready.
3 down.
Play clock winding down. Ryan. And Ingram holds it in. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive.
Ready.
Coleman. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Watch tight end. Tight right. We got three.
On second down, here's Ryan.
Hey, 81 right there. He's sneaky.
Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder, Artie Burns. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. Past the 20. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. So from one end zone all the way to the other. Talk about a turnaround.
And how about the excitement that play generates for his team? Not just the points on the board, but the momentum and taking it from coast to coast, end zone to end zone. What a tremendous play. Now get that man an oxygen tent.
That's your boy Old Mo. You said momentum, right?
Old Mo, I think he's kind of limping across at the end because of that distance, but he made it.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. So the defense makes a good play, too.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are just some kind of runs. They don't put up the stat sheet. They do set you up in good position on second down.
And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back, right around the 31. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now it's Ryan. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
Double tight. 3 down,
Ready.
3 down.
On 1st and 10, Ryan.
Crack.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10.
Double tight.
Ready.
Hey, guys, check me out. We got 3 down, but we got to stand up over there. Motion.
Slot man moves right. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Ryan. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Looking around the league from Raymond James Stadium there in the 3rd quarter in Tampa. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here.
Double tight. You got 3
Ready.
down.
25.
Watch 98. Watch 98. 98's the mic.
Throwing on 1st down. Ryan, that's complete right around the 8. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Two tights.
Ready.
Odd. 3 down. Odd.
He'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 3rd and goal.
Well, sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, 2nd half. You're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
And not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
Double tight.
Ready.
3rd and goal now. Just emergency here for the offense. And good pressure defensively to stop him for a loss of a couple. Now there's also a flag to go with it. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4th.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This will be just a 21-yard attempt. And Bryant's kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. All right, so you needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal then maybe not exactly what they wanted, but it's a necessary first step.
Still plenty of time remaining, but you could really use a stop defensively after the kickoff, preferably a 3 and out.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now they're determined, are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Offense still needing 10 yards. 2nd down.
Double tight.
Set.
Roethlisberger will give the bell. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Double tight.
Here's Here's Roethlisberger to throw. James has it. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
Strong right.
Set.
They'll try the right side with Bell. And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Set.
Four down.
And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Offensively, with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Hurry up, let's go. 30.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on second down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Again to Bell. First down and then some. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Getting late here in the fourth, and if this team has any chance to win this football game, their defense obviously needs a stop here.
Like 80.
Again, it's Bell. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. And the defense is going to let him think about it a little as they use their second timeout here. So they're leading. They have possession of the football, and certainly this is where they just want to milk the clock. On second down, here's Roethlisberger. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. And the Steelers on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 5.
Set. 30.
Roethlisberger will throw. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Single receiver.
Set. Like 30.
84. Who's got 84? Check 84. Watch the pass.
Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense.
Double tight.
Set.
4 down.
Now a play fake here on first down. slips away to his left. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down. Still searching for that first interception in this game and down on the scoreboard. Remember, they won last week, and a big reason why they had 3 picks.
And one characteristic I've always noticed about great defenses is that they want to be the ones that have a huge impact on the game and actually lead their teams to victory. So you just noted 3 interceptions last week, and they won. And a little extra pressure that they're feeling right now because they haven't gotten those interceptions in this game, and they're losing.
And they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on third?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
Safe, safe, safe.
On third down, here's Bell. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to fourth down. Elsewhere, a fourth quarter score now from Tampa. And the Saints have extended their lead in that ball game. A win, if they can get it, would be their first on the year. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. Boswell's kick is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So barring something extraordinary, something crazy here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Brandon, this will be a great win for them. The better team's going to win this game, no question about it.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. So that'll back them up 5.
Left, left, left. Watch left, left, left.
Ready. Wait, 25.
Here's Ryan. Caught on the right side by Jones. They get a good chunk of that penalty yardage back. A gain of 15. Second down.
Strong left, strong left. I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
Rolling now is Ryan. No, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his second there.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their 3rd of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they've missed a golden opportunity.
Here's Ryan. He's going to let it fly. And it's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 22-yard line.
Bus stop.
And And, Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home games. That much we know. We want to protect our home turf. They got that done in this one.
Exactly right. When you start a season, everyone's goal, win all of your home games, split your road games, and you're likely going to be in the playoffs. But when you win at home, boy, what a great feeling that is. You don't even mind if people are at your house when you get home after a win like that.
So for the Steelers, they move a step closer to 500 as their record improves to 2-3. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Steelers are winners.